This video is about XML database in DBMS. The topics to cover are what is XML, structured, semi-structured and unstructured data, XML hierarchical data model, XML documents, DTD and XML schema. The last topic is XML query languages. First topic is what is XML? XML is abbreviated as Extensible Markup Language. It is a platform and language independent. XML emerged as the standard for structuring and exchanging a data over the web in the text file. That is, it provides information about the structure and meaning of the data in the web page. XML is designed to store and transport data. XML documents create a hierarchical structure, look like a tree, so it is known as XML tree. A simple example of XML. XML is similar to HTML, which is represented in tags. The first line in the XML declaration is contain version 1.0 and encoding standards. The next line describes the root element of the document. The remaining 4 lines represents the child element of the root. The last line defines the end of the root element. This is a basic of XML. The next topic is structured, semi-structured and unstructured data. Structured data. The information stored in a relational database is known as structured data because it is represented in a strict format. To ensure that all the data follow the structures and constraints specified in the schema. Semi-structured data. The data have certain structure, but not all the information collected will have the identical structure. This type of data is known as semi-structured data. The schema information is mixed in with the data values, such as each data object can have a different attributes that are known in advance. This type is known as self-describing data. No requirements of predefined schemas. The next one is unstructured data. It has a very limited indication of the type of data. Example, web page in HTML that is contain some data which is considered as a unstructured data. Representing semi-structured data as a graph. A graph is a pictorial representation of a set of objects or connected by the links. It is the ability to represent the complex object and nested structures. The label or tags on the directed edges are called as a schema type, which has an entity or a class, attributes and relationship. The internal nodes represent the individual objects or a composite attributes. The leaf node represents the actual value of a simple attributes. Next topic is XML hierarchical data model. It is also called as an XML tree model. The two main structuring concepts are used to construct an XML document are elements and attributes. Here, elements are represented in tags and attributes represents the values. Project tag is represented as an XML element and simple elements are one tags with the name, number, location, department number, serial number, last name and hour. The complex elements are represented in a tags as a project and workers. The simple XML document. The three main types of XML documents are data-centric, document-centric, hybrid. Data-centric XML document. The documents have many small data items that follow a specific structure and hence may be extracted from a structured database. Document-centric XML documents. Documents with a large amount of text such as news, articles or books, which is a semi-structured one. Hybrid XML documents. Documents may have a part that contains structured data or unstructured data. This may or may not have a predefined schema. Next topic is XML documents, DTD and XML schema. There are two kinds of XML documents. One is well-formed and another one is valid XML documents. Well-formed. Start with an XML declaration to indicate the XML version. Syntactic guidelines of the tree data model which represents the single root element and a parent element, where every element must include a matching pair of start and end tags within the parent element. A well-formed XML document is syntactically correct. To create an internal tree representation, there are two models. One is DOM, another one is SAX. DOM is abbreviated as Document Object Model, which is standard model with an associated set of API allow the program to manipulate the resulting tree representation. SAX is abbreviated as Simple API for XML. This is notify the processing program through callbacks whenever a start or end tag is encountered. It is called as an event-based processing, where easy to process a large documents, that is streaming of XML document is easy. Next is valid XML document. XML document to be valid, it follows a particular schema. The element names used in the start and end tag pairs must follow the structure specified in a separate XML DTT, that is document type definition file or XML schema file. XML DTT, it specifies the elements and the nested structure. Any valid documents conforming to this DTT should follow a specific structure. Now we see a simple example of XML DTT, that is XML DTT of project file. A special syntax exists for specifying DTT files, that is document type and element keywords. First line, a name is given to the root tag of the document, which is called as a project. The elements and the nested structures are specified with the symbols plus star question mark plus symbol. One or more elements can be repeated in the document, that is called as required multi-value element. Star symbol. 0 or more elements are required in a document, that is called as an optional multi-value element. Question mark. 0 or 1 element required in the document, it is called as an optional single value element. There is no symbols over in the attributes, that is called as a single valued element, where exactly one element has to be appeared over there. The type of elements is specified in the parenthesis. Following the element, it is called as a leaf node in the tree structure. PC data, it is called as a passed character data, similar to a string data type. List of attributes can be appear within an element, can be specified with the keyword att list. Project element can be attributed with the project ID, which is referred from the another attribute. Parentheses can be nested when specifying the elements. The next one is XML schema. XML schema language is a standard for specifying the structure of the XML document. It uses the same syntax rules as a regular XML document, so that the same processor can be used on both. XML schema document contains only tag name, tree structure information, constraints and other descriptions, but no values. To identify the specific set of XML schema language elements being used by specifying a file stored at the website location. Link refers as a XML schema command. XML name space defines the set of commands. File name is assigned to the variable XSD, that is called as an XML schema description. The next topic is called storing and extracting XML documents from a database. Using a file system or a DBMS to store the documents as a text. It is storing a text file as a traditional file system. Second one is using a DBMS to store the documents content as a data element. Storing a collection of documents that follow a specific XML DTT or a XML schema. A mapping algorithm designed to store the data. Designing a specified system for storing a native XML data. That is, a new type of tree model could be designed and store the data. Creating or publishing a customized XML documents from pre-existing relational database. That is, use a separate middleware software layer to exchange or display the data over the web. Next topic is XML query languages. There are two XML query standards. One is XPath and another one is XQuery. XPath. XPath expression generally returns a sequence of items that satisfy a certain pattern as specified by the expression. These items are either value or an element or attributes. To restrict the nodes that satisfy the pattern, we use two main separators. One is single slash and another one is double slash. Single slash. A single slash before a tag specifies that the tag must appear as a direct child of the previous tag. It's a simple one. Second one is double slash. A double slash specifies that the tag can appear as the descendant of the previous tag at any level. The @ symbol is used before the attribute name, which directly appears the file name. For example, if the company XML document is stored at the location www.company.com/info.xml, we use the XPath expression in the XML documents to retrieve the data from the file. First one is /company, which returns the company page in a such manner. Second one is /company/department, which returns all the department nodes and their descendant nodes. Third one is /employee salary greater than 70,000 /employee name, which returns all the employee name nodes in the child element employee salary whose value is greater than 70,000. Fourth one, /company/employee salary greater than 70,000 /employee, which returns the same result as the third one, which is described in a single slash manner. It is a difference between double slash and a single slash. Fifth one, a /company/project/project worker hour greater than 20, which returns all the project worker nodes and their descendant nodes with a value greater than 20 hours. This is the way we have to retrieve data from the XML document using the XPath query expression. Next one is XQuery. XQuery permits the specification of more general queries on a one or more XML documents. XQuery is known as a flower expression. Flower is abbreviated as for, let, where, order by, return. For and let appear one or more in a single query. Where, order by appear 0 or at most 1 in a single query. Return, it will appear exactly 1 in a single query expression. Let's see an example for the XQuery to retrieve the data from the web document. We use the 5 main clauses over here: let, for, where, order by, and return. The variables are prefixed with the $sign. $D, $X, and $Y are the variables used over in this example. $D is assigned to the document file name stored in the location. For, the command is used for each of the individual element in a sequence manner. $X has to satisfy the condition $D in a XPath. $Y has to satisfy the condition $D in the XPath. Where, it is an additional condition to selection of the items. It selects the hour greater than 20 and combined with the joint operations of X and Y. Ordered by, specify result elements will be ordered by the value of hours per week in an ascending order. Return, specifies which elements or attribute should be retrieved from the items that specifies the condition. Here we retrieve the first name, last name, and hour. The end of this example is it will return a sequence of elements which containing the first name, last name, hours for an employee who work more than 20 hours per week on a project number 5. So far we have seen about what is XML and structured, semi-structured and unstructured data which is represented in a graph manner. XML hierarchical data model, there are 3 types over there: document centric, data centric, hybrid. XML document, DTT and XML schema, where we see about well-formed and valid XML documents. Then storing and extracting XML data from the database. The last topic is XML query language, where it shows up a XPath and XQuery. XPath has 2 restricted data, single slash and double slash. XQuery follows the clever expression. This is the overall thing of XML database. Thank you.